This is a Headgum original.
In 1977, NASA sent 2 solid gold records into space so that aliens might find them and understand life on Earth.
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our planet and friendly wishes to all who may encounter this Voyager.
Now, we're making new records with our friends.
We step out of our solar system into the universe, seeking only peace and friendship. We know full well that our planet and all its inhabitants are but a small part of this immense universe that surrounds us.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Is this the...
Look, this is me saying well with no mouth movements.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'll try now. Oh,
Your lips.
okay.
I probably did too.
Yeah, no, honestly, you didn't really.
I watched a TikTok live. I don't know if anyone looks at TikTok lives, but I do. I scroll through them. I think they're fascinating.
There's weird stuff on there.
The weirdest stuff is there. That's why I get there. But there was a guy doing a ventriloquist act, and I ended up being absolutely enamored.
I mean, ventriloquism is amazing.
It doesn't make any sense.
How are you doing that?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it
No
doesn't.
no sense at all.
No, that you guys see this ventriloquism stuff?
You guys see this? You got a hand up a doll. You're talking as a doll and yourself. Hoo-ah!
Ooh. No,
No,
do you like puppets? Oh,
do I like puppets? In what context?
like, do you like when they're around?
I need more. Like, do I?
Okay. Do you like interacting with a puppet?
Well, no, I feel like that's crazy.
What? What?
Interact.
So you would rather it just sit on the chair next to you and you're not even addressing it?
See, I thought you meant have a conversation with it.
I mean that too.
I don't want to talk to a puppet.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to someone's hand in a sock.
Okay. Can I
If
ask a
someone's
follow
like,
up?
"Hey, how's it going?" I want to be like,
You like talk
put
to me
that away.
normal.
although like I say this now and I sort of know that I am kind of acting a little holier now because if someone did talk to me as a puppet, I would talk to the puppet.
Okay, great. Because next recording, I'm gonna bring in my sock puppet.
No, see, I don't think I'll like that
We're gonna get him a mic.
because ultimately this still is an audio platform, and it will just
It'll
feel
just
crazy.
be me and then one of me with a little bit of a higher voice.
Wouldn't it be crazy if we tried and made it sound like this podcast was like 4 people? Like we just both kept doing voices. Like it was like, EJ, do you remember last week? And then we was like, oh my God, yeah, last week. It's like,
I mean,
EJ, yeah,
and
last
what about
week.
you, Meredith? I don't really remember that happening last week.
That could be fun.
I feel like that could be kind of
Hey
cool.
guys, 5 stars and tell us if you want to hear more people on this podcast.
If you'd rather we have 1 to 6 guests.
No, for real. I haven't been seeing a lot of reviews coming in.
No, I haven't either. And like, I mean, I recently.
You guys know I like to read those.
Yeah, you guys, that's Shelby's bedtime reading.
Because I don't like to read.
No.
So it's like as much that I get. And if you guys aren't writing, I'm not reading.
Yeah. And like all those little reviews, that's like candy for Shelby.
Candy.
Yum, 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 yum.
Sweet, sweet, sweet stuff. Put it in my purse. Save it for a rainy day. I don't know how to carry a purse.
Yeah, well, I was like, I've never seen you with a purse.
I don't carry a purse. Sometimes I carry a crossbody bag.
A clutch? Oh. I recently learned what a clutch is.
It's like one of those things, no handle purses.
Yeah.
Someone's like,
It's like you're holding it really tight in your palm. It's almost like you're
clutching it.
clutching.
That's a clutch.
That's a clutch.
A functionless purse.
Yeah.
If
Just
you're
a
gonna
big
carry
wallet.
the bag, just carry the items. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just bring a Ziploc bag, why don't you? Jeez.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna come to my party with a clutch in your hand, I'd rather you just have a plastic bag, couple of items inside of it. Get a handle or get a plastic bag.
I want to know what you're bringing. What's so important?
If you can't hold your stuff in your hand, how can you hold a bag in your hand?
Right.
Aren't you losing those things?
Yeah, what's with women and the bags?
Let me ask you a question. Where do you put the bag? Say you had a party, they have past appetizers.
Past appetizers.
They have past appetizers. And you have a drink in one hand, you get a little quiche in the other. What do you put in the clutch? Under
Right.
your armpit.
Oh, ew, P.U.
P.U., because I know your dress doesn't have pockets. That's the war on women.
Women, can you have it all with the clutch?
That's what's holding you back. And get a purse with a strap. Use both hands.
You are kissing that mic.
Everyone knows I love the mic.
Ew. Sorry. You guys, I'm sorry about that one. Sorry.
EJ, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, oh, geez, man.
Oh,
Look, I know no
this
one's...
was an innocuous question.
I
got
know.
really sad really quick. What are you up to? Oh, God.
I know no one wants to hear me talk about this, but I've been actively working on training my cat. And I mean that. I know you don't want to hear it, Shelby. I know. But he's been attacking me so viciously, something needed to change. When I say that he comes running at me and tackles me, biting my neck. And I'm alone in the house. I'm like, no one would hear me scream. You know?
That's the scariest thing about cats is what happens when you die if you have them.
Yeah. Google it if you haven't already.
They eat you.
They eat you.
If you have a cat and you die, they start to eat you.
Yummy, yummy. In their
They
tummy.
don't care that you once gave them everything they needed to survive.
No.
They begin to eat you.
Because they're predators, ultimately.
Their big brothers are lions and tigers.
And they're not even that distant of cousins. I've also been watching a lot of documentaries about cats. Anyway, we don't have to talk about cats for the whole intro, but
you're training yours.
But I am training mine, and there's not progress yet. But sometimes I can see it in his eyes that he regrets what he's done.
Are you like spraying it? What's the training process?
And this is what I want everyone to understand really clearly. You're never supposed to punish a cat. That's what I've been reading everywhere. Because that makes them angrier and they want to defy you more.
Okay.
So like the spray bottles, that makes them more feisty.
This sounds like what my parents thought about like me and my siblings. And it ended up being absolute chaos. They were like, no, if we just let them know that it was wrong, but they don't get punished.
Yeah.
Big problem.
Really? Oh, you don't think that was...
No,
that
although then
work?
my mom, she listens to this. My mom started spraying. She did do this. I don't think she'll care that I'm saying this.
Okay.
But when me and my sister would fight before school a lot, we had a spray bottle for the dogs that had like water and a little bit of Listerine.
Wait, why?
I think the trainer had given it to her like that as a tip. The dog
Why
trainer.
the Listerine?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, if my sister and I were fighting before school, she would spray us with the bottle and say, if you're going to fight like dogs, I'm going to treat you like dogs.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's honestly so awesome.
And so...
you're going to fight like dogs.
So I would go to school just like with a thin film of Listerine on my skin. People were like, that Shelby is minty fresh.
I mean, that's a pretty okay smell to have. I feel.
Yeah, but
Smells
Listerine,
minty.
I feel like you don't want to be smelling like Listerine.
It could probably go over the top.
You like it? Do you think that's why I hate Listerine to this day?
Oh, yeah. If I had to
That got on ya. We got on ya.
Yeah, we got her.
What else?
Yeah, like why
Well, I
else?
thought everyone just didn't really love the taste of Listerine.
Oh, people like it.
Really?
I love those things that you put on your tongue that melt away.
This is me finding out I have trauma. I'm like, wait, no, nobody likes the taste of that. It brings you sadness, great sadness, makes you think of bad time. Takes you back to sad drive to school.
Wait a minute. I think about Listerine. I feel shame. I feel ashamed of my actions.
What are you guys talking about people who like it. It's a bad thing.
Inherently it's a bad
makes you
thing.
think about all the bad things you've done.
You have to have a
taste
weird
that
conversation.
immediately makes you reflect on yourself.
It's obvious.
You guys are sick.
It's so weird.
That's why everyone's so sad all the time. It's like they're masochists. They're washing their mouths
Yeah.
out every morning with the trauma juice.
Right.
Right.
The trauma juice that we all put on our toothbrushes. Scrub away.
It's different than what you put on a toothbrush.
Oh.
That's how I know it's just the Listerine. I like mint. I'll chew a gum any day of the week.
A gum.
A gum. Do you chew gum?
I love gum.
Do you have, like, when you are at a gas station and you're like, oh, I'm out of gum.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one that you always go to?
Polar Ice Extra.
Do you know what's crazy? I don't have a preference.
That's
I
cool.
just pick one. People have such specific gum things.
Yeah, Rue has a couple that if I'm chewing it, they're like, ooh.
And I genuinely don't, I think there's only a few that I've ever been like, no, this won't do. And it's not because of the flavor of them, although some do have bad flavors, but I will grin and bear that. It's that they disintegrate too soon.
Oh, yeah. Blech. Well, that's when they're trying to be all natural or whatever.
Gum is not natural.
No, gum is not natural. I want it to feel like I'm chewing plastic.
Gum is not natural. Let's stop the movement.
Gum is not natural. Toothpaste is not natural. Okay, this one's going to get me canceled. Deodorant's not natural.
Wow. We have to stop.
Yeah.
We have to stop. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Some people should be using non-natural deodorant. But if you are not a smelly person by nature,
Congrats,
you are allowed,
first of
in
all.
my opinion, to use natural deodorant. If you are soon going into a body of water, you can use natural deodorant. If you are a stinky person that I will smell,
Yeah.
go ahead and use the real stuff. And they make clinical strength that you could just get over the counter.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So you should maybe get on one of those.
Are you the kind of person that's like, when I'm in love, I kind of like the smell of my person's BO?
I don't know. Lindsay
Okay.
doesn't really smell.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So it's hard to know.
It's hard to know. Some people are like, yeah, I like.
I think Lindsay's that kind of person.
Oh.
Because there are times where I know I'll go on like a long walk outside, be sweating.
Be sweating.
Know I
yeah.
smell bad.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, you smell amazing. And I'm like, that's sick.
That's pheromones. Or something. Anya said, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pheromones. Shelby's got them.
Ever heard of them? 'Cause I'm having them.
You're having them.
Anyway, today's guest is a literal icon. How about?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You know him from stuff like, Comedy Bang Bang?
Whoa.
BoJack Horseman? Threedom? Mr. Show?
What?
And so
Awooga.
many more things. You know him, you love him. Paul
Paul
F.
F.
Tompkins. Oh, Paul, how
Yeah, that's
are
me.
you?
Listen, I'm good. I want to apologize for not introducing myself out in the hallway when I ran straight
There
to
was
a dog.
There was a dog.
Oh, that's not your fault. No.
There were
was a
so many
dog.
people around, and I was like, what do I do here? Do I introduce myself to everyone standing around?
No.
Or does everyone
You just,
understand?
you
Yes.
just addressed the dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a normal
When
thing.
Dee is in the room, she does demand to be first introduced.
you
She's
can't look
amazing.
away. Yeah.
She's just lying on the cool floor and would not look up for anything.
No.
No.
Didn't care.
She
Not a
is
care
a
in the
dog
world.
that could also be 3 other animals. Like, I think she could be a pig.
Absolutely.
She is a dog. She could be a pig. She could also be a seal.
Elephant seal specifically.
Sure. I don't know the difference.
You've never seen an elephant seal?
Probably
Shelby.
have. I haven't been like, that's
Come on.
elephant versus.
Okay, we
Are
got
you
it.
trying to be cool?
Yeah.
You've seen an elephant seal.
Yeah.
Again, probably true.
I feel like you're trying to be
I don't know what this act
cool.
is.
Yeah.
This act is, when I see a seal, I'm like, a seal! And I'm not like, now which kind?
Well, the thing about elephant seals, I mean, you might back me up on this, Paul, is that their faces
Can't believe I'm getting ganged up on.
instantly recognizable as something a little different.
Yeah.
They've got long, dangling, bulbous noses.
Okay, then I've not seen one.
Right. Exactly.
Shelby.
But Paul doesn't believe me when I say that.
I know you've seen one.
I haven't. I really haven't.
Everyone
Anya,
has.
Have you seen one?
Simply everyone has.
Questionable. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You've seen one. You've seen one.
I'm looking it up now.
I don't know why
Okay, thank
people
you.
I don't know what this is.
I know. I'm sorry you were brought into
People are
this sort of
pretending they haven't seen
hostile
elephant seals.
environment.
I don't think I would have known that this wasn't just all seals.
What? No, you guys.
No,
seen
what?
one.
Now that's wild to say.
I was like not a science kid.
It's
Not a
even
science kid. Are you? Do
Are
you have
you
Instagram?
serious? You're telling me you would see that.
No, regular seals are on Instagram all the time.
Nobody
But
wants
elephant
pictures of
seals
elephant
are-
seals.
Elephant seals, a little not cute
Also,
enough
if
to get on
they're being
Instagram.
hidden from the public, how can you blame me for not having seen one?
I know. I was trying to determine if you were truly telling the truth, and now I believe you that you haven't seen one before now.
Like, if they're in the zoo, I'll find them. I haven't been to a zoo in a long time, though.
There's your problem right there.
Are you
Wild
going
is-
to the zoo a lot?
Every weekend.
I did the other day. I had like a couple hours to kill, and I was like, should I try and find an aquarium?
Oh, well, aquariums are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But then I was like, if I'm going to go to the aquarium, I want to get sort of ripping high.
Absolutely, yeah.
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 And I don't want it to be just a few hours. Like, I was like, I have to stay there.
You
the
need
whole
like
day.
6 hours at least.
You want
yeah.
to be immersed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to eventually get asked if I want to get in the tank.
Yes.
And I'll
Which
say
they
yes.
don't do for everybody. But if you are there long enough and you are clearly
Right.
appropriately reverent
Yeah.
to all the fishes, someone will come over and say, by any chance, would you like to get in?
That's what I try and give an air of when I'm sitting in the room and the room's filled with sort of the blue light, I'm already in the tank, you know?
Yeah.
And so that they're like, you want to feel what they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how they separate the wheat from the chaff. It's like, if you are in there and you already feel like, oh, I'm in the tank, I got it, and you leave after an hour, 2 hours. But if you stay there it's longer than you think.
Longer,
What you don't know is I hold my breath too, because I'm underwater.
Okay, so
Because I try to be
exactly.
like, I'm underwater. So I'm sitting there just,
Right.
And they haven't asked you yet?
well, so normally no, and I have to leave because it's only so long.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm working on getting
more
You
better.
Yeah.
have to leave because the air is outside.
Yeah. I have to
You
get
hold
out
your
of the
breath
pool.
at the entrance.
I have to get out of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I take a breath in there, I'm like, they won't know that I take this seriously.
It's true.
They'll
No.
think I think I can breathe underwater, and then they definitely won't let me in the tank because I'm a liability.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I think I can breathe underwater, I'm a liability.
You got to make a
Exactly.
big show of taking a huge breath.
Huge.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll just stand up really tall and just go, and then go back down.
Right. And
Yeah.
see, as an employee, I see that. I think, whoa.
Yeah, I have to go
She's
to one
getting
of the
asked if she wants
exhibits
to-
that you can see under the water and above the water.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, I'm above it.
Exactly.
And then if I get back down, I'm...
Go up there, get some air.
Yeah, drink it in.
Go back down.
Is there anything crazier than how long people... Like, did you guys both see Octopus Teacher?
No.
No worries. I honestly think it was weird. The guy was absolutely in love with an octopus.
Yeah, that's what I heard about it.
Romantically, in my opinion. I
Oh,
think,
really?
I think he had
An
romantic feelings.
imbalance
Like
of power between the teacher and the student?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he's
right, that's
really,
not okay.
Octopus is really
That's
smart.
inappropriate.
Yeah, that's actually
But
really not
octopus
okay.
is in the position of power, which is
Yeah.
the craziest part.
Yeah.
Because because octopus is the
It's
teacher.
my octopus teacher.
Totally.
But he would free dive down there, and he would be down there for like 20 minutes.
Like holding his breath for 20 minutes?
Yes.
Really?
Why isn't that the subject of the movie?
I would
Who cares
watch...
about some dumb octopus?
If we watch things like Free Solo, where people are climbing up a mountain without a rope, let me watch someone go down and deep into the water
fair's fair.
without a tank.
Fair's fair.
I want that is
Gotta go up
equal.
real high, gotta go down real low.
Yeah.
Go down real low.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah.
And we haven't been super low, so like at least let me just see how low we can get. No breath.
Can I
No
share
breath.
with you my theory? No breath. Can I share with you my theory about my octopus teacher?
Sure.
It wasn't
Having
the
not
same
seen it?
octopus every time. You told me this guy was like, oh, it's the same one. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's me, your friend.
Especially because they can change colors, so you can't even be
Exactly.
like you can't even be like he has the exact same markings.
They can't. You think they can't
Right.
pretend to be each other?
I mean, and we haven't even gotten
Why
into how
wouldn't
they can
try?
shapeshift.
Yes.
If I was an octopus, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and my octopus friend came back and was like, there was this dude who was obsessed with me. I'd be like, I want to go see.
I can't go back there. Please, will you go instead?
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah, he was
I'd
coming on
Mary-Kate
way too
and
strong.
Ashley,
Yeah.
Flip
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, Michelle from Full House, 2 actors, 1 octopus.
Totally. Yeah, Parent Trap, Lindsay Lohan, all.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan, Parent Trap, 2
They
actors.
didn't do a
1.
Parent Trap ever, did they? The Olsens. Did they do a type of
No,
parent?
they shouldn't.
No.
Like a version of it? They never did?
No, but wouldn't it have made more sense if, no offense, Lindsay, I think you did a wonderful job.
An amazing job.
Amazing.
One of the best.
We're all rooting for you.
yeah.
truly.
Lindsay, she's a listener.
Girl,
Thanks for
know
listening.
that if I could do anything, it would be protect your career.
Do you
But
remember when you tried to save the baby in Greece by putting on a weird accent?
Oh,
The baby, bring to me, the baby.
yeah.
I will say the one flaw in your career is that we had the Olsen twins and we picked you instead.
Yeah.
I think she did an incredible job. But can you imagine having the 2 most famous twins alive? And
Maybe
being
they
like,
said
we're
no.
not going to do the twin
Maybe
movie.
they asked them and they said no.
Do you think it just required more acting than they were comfortable with?
Probably. They weren't really actors. They were performers.
Yeah.
They were.
This isn't a runaround type of movie, girls.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is like you have to stand there and cry sometimes.
Yeah, Lindsay, you
And
did
they're like-
amazing, girl. It's just crazy because to me, it was a twin movie and we had the twins.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
Shelby, for some reason, it was a twin movie.
Wait, what is it
The
to you,
whole
EJ?
premise of the movie.
No, I know. I'm saying I know it was a twin movie. It was obvious.
You
by
viewed it more
definition.
like a marriage story.
I was.
When it was about their divorce.
The twins were happenstance. This was a rom-com about a 20-year-old girl who's really interested in an older man, and his little daughters won't leave her alone.
Exactly.
The movie's based on Meredith,
Yeah.
the girlfriend, the father's girlfriend.
No. Yeah. Did you watch it recently?
Wait, in the new in the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap, the father has
Dates
a younger
young girl.
girlfriend.
Very young.
Really?
Why did they
young.
put that in there?
They were doing a lot of weird stuff back then.
I don't know. And then they had the butler and the nanny date.
Right, but they were both gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Obviously
obviously
so.
But I like that they fell in love with each other.
But gay people weren't allowed to be on TV at that time, probably.
Yeah.
I'm like, was there a gay person in the movie at all? And no. Although I would argue the girl, the girl who goes, yo, tie-dye girl, she's queer.
See, I need to go back to the original text.
Tie-dye girl was the girl who was ripping everyone's duffels from the bottom of the duffel pile.
Yeah.
And tie-dye girl
What?
Yeah. The strongest.
it was like instead of just giving them their bags, they dumped every bag for the whole camp in one pile. And so they were being like, my bags. And there was one girl, tie-dye girl. I think that's how she's billed.
Yeah.
That they go, yo, tie-dye girl. And she just grabbed a bag from the bottom of the pile and yanked it out. And was like, there you go. She's queer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with
The
you on
girl
that
who
one.
yanked tie-dye girl or the girl who yelled tie-dye girl?
The girl who yelled tie-dye girl probably also. I think a lot of these campers ended up queer because it was an all-girls camp. And
Queer-coded at the least.
Yeah.
There was a lot of...
Camp is queer-coded.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, I went for a long time. I gotta tell
Absolutely.
you, camp is queer-coded.
Absolutely.
And especially this all-girls, like there was some...
Yeah, I mean...
30% is a modest estimate of how many of them ended up queer.
Yeah.
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 And the camp counselor, do you know what I'm talking
Totally, yeah.
You don't?
No, I don't.
The one
But
who
again,
says they
I
have
need
to
to
go
go
to the-
back to the original text because you're throwing out a lot of references that I don't remember.
I
but
haven't seen this movie in like 8 years.
That's amazing.
You have a tremendous recall.
You have amazing memory.
I
Shelby.
haven't seen this movie in so long. But no, when they get sent to the exile bunk, she goes, and she's gay. For sure.
I don't even remember the exile
And she
bunk.
was already out. That's where they found out they were sisters. I'm literally losing my mind.
Oh my god! I just feel like
They got in
okay.
trouble, and then they say,
You don't know either?
Hey, we look exactly alike.
No, I'm 30.
I mean, I can remember. Anya's
So how
32.
old were you when it came out?
Like a child. I don't
Exactly.
know anything about it. I didn't see it in the last decade like some of us. I don't.
I
think
haven't
ever
either.
saw You just said.
You said 8 years ago.
Oh, okay. Close to a decade. She's like, you see it every week.
No.
How old were you 8 years ago?
So young, like a baby.
Yeah, me too.
8 years ago, God, I was 12. I'm 20. I'm 20 years old. Can't drink yet.
Oh my God, your 21st is going to be crazy.
You have so much fun.
I'm just happy I'm getting to have my 21st outside of the pandemic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like so scared. Like I was like 17 when it started.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, if I have to turn 21 in my apartment by myself. I didn't have an apartment yet. I was living with my parents.
Right.
But
Yeah, of course.
I was imagining probably by then I would get my own apartment. And I was like, that's going to be awful.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy that when I turn 21, I can like go to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at least do like karaoke or something.
Yeah.
Can you do karaoke at 21?
In some states.
How old do you have to be? In some states. Okay.
In LA, you're allowed because it's a performance city.
Right.
It was how Newsom actually ran.
I forgot about that.
It was one of his platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karaoke for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I think younger people should get to sing.
Yeah, he was like, let them
Before
sing.
that, it was kind of like Footloose Town, like, but
That's
you
why
could
Baby
sing,
Shark is
you
on
just
so
couldn't
many
sing.
karaoke playlists here.
Yeah,
And it's like, who's going to sing that? And then I forget. It's like some toddlers come in sometimes.
yeah. Well, now because
Well,
they can.
now.
I mean, thank
Yeah.
goodness, right? Yeah.
Well, now.
But a couple of years ago, it was
No,
really bleak. I mean,
unheard
if you
of.
wanted to go
It
sing a
was
song,
bleak.
you had to be. I think the old rule. Anya can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Was
Are
I
you
think
on
you
the
had to be.
CA.gov website?
You used to have to be 35.
No.
Or 22 with a parent.
You
could
could have a
22 with
parent.
You
parent.
had to be
But if you
35
wanted
years
to go-
old or 22 with a parent.
It had to be a parent. It couldn't be because people were like, "Oh, I'll just go with a friend."
No, couldn't be a friend.
Oh, no. Not
And
even
they
a
were
legal
like, "No,
guardian.
not a guardian
No,
parent."
had to be
And
parent.
if
And
you're
that
an
caused some
orphan,
controversy
bad.
too.
That caused a lot of controversy
Yeah.
because there were a lot of stepdads and stepmoms that were upset.
Trying to give consent and they couldn't.
And a lot
Yeah.
of orphans
A lot of orphans.
I mean,
were really
famously,
Yeah.
the orphans, orphan culture is really popular. Like karaoke, there's a lot of linkages.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember the like orphans should be able to sing to movement,
yeah.
but that was really. I mean, I found it to be pretty touching.
What I thought that was touching, and I also thought it was gross when people would say, "What about Annie?"
Yeah,
Right.
It's like that's a show.
That's fake.
That's fake. And
Yeah.
of course, those girls weren't. They wouldn't have orphans on the Broadway stage.
By the
No,
way,
they would
Annie
never,
wasn't doing
ever, ever.
karaoke.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
No,
yeah,
they were
that's not
exclusively songs from
karaoke.
Annie.
Annie wasn't doing it. If in the film or play, either,
Right.
Annie were to go to a bar and sing, I don't know, Britney Spears, we'd be in a
Right.
different position. I wouldn't let her do that.
No, and the city wouldn't let her do that. First of all,
it's
like
forbidden.
that.
Yeah.
You know,
Paul, I have a question for you. We were wondering if you were to be in charge of your own golden records, what would you put on them?
This is an interesting question. Mm-hmm. And I've thought about this a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the first
Thank
thing
you
I
for
put
doing that,
on
by the way.
there- You're welcome. I think the first thing I put on there
Yeah.
is the noises of tortoises. Because I
Okay.
didn't know how many noises they are capable of until very recently.
Are you capable of giving like a top of your head quick couple
Like,
of
yeah,
examples?
first couple
Well,
noises, yeah.
I met an orphan.
The orphan's noises.
I met a little orphan, and when she couldn't sing, boy, could she do a tortoise.
You know what's funny? No tortoise is an orphan because they all live forever.
Exactly.
Imagine your parents just hanging around forever.
Oh, jeez.
I met a tortoise recently, and I was feeding what we thought was a him at the time, and now after some internet research, realized it was a her.
Oh, so interesting.
Like a cucumber. Tortoise will tear through a cucumber
Yeah.
so fast.
Scary, because they can do so many things fast.
No, they're so slow, and yet they can take down a cucumber. If you let's say a whole cucumber like this big, right?
Oh, so that's length.
Length.
Okay.
Yes. Is this more?
Yeah, well, there's
yeah,
the
I
ones
was-
where- there's
I
those
was-
really skinny long ones that are like, but then there's the normal ones which are around
Normal.
here. Yeah. Normal. Be normal.
Be normal.
For once, cucumbers.
Yeah.
Be normal. Persian, normal. The other ones.
It goes. Pickle. Persian.
Yeah.
Other.
Gherkin.
Gherkin.
Oh,
Gherkin's fun.
Gherkin.
That's a fun word.
Gherkin.
Gherkin.
Persian.
I don't like pickles, but when I hear the word gherkin, I want to eat a pickle.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
get
Because
like
it sounds
about
appetizing for some reason.
And that
You don't
is
like
better
pickles at all?
than cornichon. To eat a cornichon. I mean, what are you doing?
The movie Big took cornichons down forever. Oh no, wait, cornichons are the pickles. When you said cornichon, I thought of the baby corn.
Oh, I found
that's
out
sweet.
that baby corn is literally baby corn at the farmer's market.
Yeah,
I think I thought that it was a separate vegetable.
I did for years.
And then
What did you think it was?
I thought it was just
its own
another
thing.
vegetable that
happened to look like a baby corn?
Yeah.
Elephant seal much?
Oh my God. I want him out. Right now.
I don't think it's that crazy. It's like a beet kind of looks like a plum. They're different foods.
Guess that's true.
And they're different foods. Turnip also. Parsnip looks like a carrot. Different foods. So I didn't think it was crazy that a tiny corn might be a different food.
Things are
than an
named
adult
stupidly
corn.
often.
Yeah.
Come on, EJ.
I don't know, you guys.
Worst name ever? Sperm whale.
Yeah.
Do you know why it was named that?
No.
Because they would catch these whales, right?
Okay.
Then they'd open up their
fishermen
big
would
heads,
Yeah.
and the stuff in there looked like sperm. And it stuck. That name stuck.
I think that's actually so funny. I think it's so funny
What
to imagine a bunch of fishermen being like, that looks like cum.
Yeah.
And being like, no, that's like sperm, dude. And they're all
And they
sitting there.
wouldn't. They were relentless, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, sperm whale, okay." But it's called spermaceti, the stuff that's inside the whale's skulls,
What is it?
Based on it looking like it, or that was already the name?
based on it looking like it. What is the name? Look, it's spermaceti. That looks like sperm.
This is sort of like the funny bone conversation.
Holy shit. This is crazy. There's like a little post-it note that's like, this is called spermaceti.
Or maybe the whale was like, "Not my spermaceti."
Oh, my spermaceti.
Final words.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Do more.
not my spermaceti.
Ooh. That's good.
How'd that sound in the headphones? Thank you.
Do you think other whales find whale sounds not creepy? Like when they hear them, do you think, like me, they go, "Ugh."
They must.
Oh, I think to them it's a beautiful orchestra.
I want to like them, but they are very scary to me.
Yeah. It's
Well, they're
haunting.
eerie. It's the
It's
same as...
eerie, thank you.
Yeah.
It's
Oh boy. Here we go.
the bottom of the ocean,
Yeah.
the outer space.
The space.
Both
The
places.
space. The bottom of the ocean.
The space, the bottom of the ocean. They're both terrifying.
Of
and
course,
both of them
yeah.
have sounds that let you know that they're scary.
Uh-huh.
And space, they'll now be like, we got a little audio for you. And it's literally like, and you're like, no, it should be no sound up there. There should be no sound. There should be
Space owl.
there should be no sound in space because there's nothing there. That is my opinion. When they say there's sounds in space, I say that.
Yeah, no, it should be silent.
Disgusting.
It should be so silent.
Speaking of sounds in space,
Sounds of tortoises.
sounds of tortoises on the
Yeah.
golden record. I heard the tortoise like do a big sigh,
Okay.
like when
Oh.
Okay, wait, that's fun.
I heard the tortoise
They're exhausted.
burp, like
They're
a
so
long burp
No.
In the middle of the cucumber?
after the cucumber.
No way.
I was like, wow,
obsessed
just
with
like a
this
movie. This,
And it sounded like a human burp?
no,
Oh.
it did not.
But you knew it to be a burp.
It had the sort of the timbre of
Okay.
a human burp. Like that, the rattle in the throat, you know, that kind of feeling, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it was like all a straight line, straight waveform.
Sure.
And it
Technical,
was
yeah.
way louder than I thought it would have been.
Whoa.
Where it was just like, I can't make the burp sound, but it was just sort of like,
He was doing the
but a burp.
the beginning of an a cappella group.
Yeah.
You all get that key.
Yeah.
And crazy eating
I have
sounds.
perfect pitch. What?
Crazy
Do
eating.
you really like
No.
Anne Murray?
I'm like tone deaf, to be honest.
No, EJ, is that true?
Yeah.
I think perfect pitch is a really cool thing to have.
I do too, but now I feel bad talking about it in front of EJ.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I'm over it.
What about
Try A sharp.
karaoke?
No. I did musical theater in high school and like,
Did you just sing a little bit just now?
I asked for an A sharp.
no, I didn't. I did musical theater in high school, and I just have a really vivid memory of my teacher being at the piano, like playing the notes and getting just like, I mean, pretty frustrated, and like not in a way where he was like mad at me, but he was just like, that's not it, you know.
That seemed frustrated at you.
It was, I mean, it was at me, I
What
guess.
were your shows?
I was in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. You know that one?
I know of it. I've never seen it.
I've also never seen it.
Is it a
I don't
musical?
even know if I've really
It's a
heard
musical.
of it.
It's honestly an amazing musical.
I think I might have heard of it and just thought it was a spelling bee. Like, I was like, cool.
I mean, in many ways it
spelling bee.
was.
I don't know why they're broadcasting this nationally. Good luck with
Let
that,
the kids
everybody.
spell. That's what I always say. If they can't sing, they can spell.
What's
Yeah.
the cutoff for spelling bees? How long do you get to do it?
Are you trying to enter?
Maybe.
Okay, spell.
They should have adult spell. Do they not have adult spelling bees?
I bet they must, right?
There's got to be a community. I mean, in this city,
Oh, definitely. In LA? For sure.
LA's the city of plenty. You can have anything you want here.
City of plenty.
You can have a spelling bee if you want in LA.
there's Anya's telling me there's an adult
Honestly,
spelling bee.
Adult spelling bee.
Okay, well,
National.
I know where we're doing for spring break.
I feel like we are 2 months away from the Elysian doing a comedic spelling bee.
Oh, it was held in Long Beach. You guys were right.
The city of plenty.
The city of
Hello.
plenty. Long Beach, the city of plenty.
Yeah, I'm always saying that about Long Beach.
Well, because it's so long for a beach.
They had to fill it with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a beach, I mean, there's only so much you can put in.
Wait, do you guys not give a shit about tortoises?
No, I do.
I
great,
care
huh?
about.
No, I'm honestly fascinated by the idea that the emotions the ones you've given so far are just very much like a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like eats a cucumber really fast, sighs, and then burps.
Yeah.
Yeah. They snore too, don't they?
I think so. I would not be surprised.
That's something that I thought I knew that might be turtles, and I don't want to be offensive, but
Well, turtles like screech sometimes also.
If it
No worries. People don't have to care about that.
like when they're in pain.
Just in general, I think they're the kind of screechers.
just in general.
In general, they're
I
kind
think
of.
that's how they mostly like make sound. Little
I
turtles.
don't believe anything
How
you're saying.
little are we talking about?
Little guys. Not babies,
They're
like
like-
little guys.
Like classroom turtles?
Yeah, are we talking
Yeah.
classroom turtles?
They're squeakers. They're little squeakers.
okay.
Nobody believes anything I'm saying.
But what other kinds of noises do tortoises make?
I didn't catalog them all, and
Okay.
the tortoise did not make all the noises that I wished it would have.
Well, so here's
Okay.
my question
But this is
for
my
you.
first time meeting a tortoise, like getting to touch it and
Oh,
stuff
okay.
and feed it and everything.
Do you think you'll do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tortoise found its way into my friend's backyard,
Oh,
which is a weird thing that happens more than you think.
In what town?
yeah. Where?
This is in, do I blow up their spot?
You haven't
this-
named the person yet, so
this
they're
is
anonymous
true.
still.
Could be anybody.
But people,
Oh,
People know
there's
who
been
my
some
friends
talk
are.
online. People might connect it.
People know who my friends are.
They live not far from Pasadena, let's say, in an area that has lots of wildlife. There's a bear that visits their neighborhood regularly and does not seem to be deterred by any sort of anti-bear efforts that people take.
is it a black bear or a grizzly bear?
It's it looked like a brown bear from the video that I saw.
The problem with bears for me is that they're so cute, and
Yeah.
I would want to hang out with one, but I know that is one of the worst things I could do with one.
It wouldn't be long.
My question about tortoises and the sounds that we're sending up.
Yeah.
Are you wanting them to know that the sounds are attached to a tortoise, or do you want these to be disembodied sounds?
I'm of two minds.
Okay. And that's okay.
Because on the one hand, of course, I want to spread the gospel of tortoises everywhere I go.
Right.
But on the other hand, I would think it would be fun if the sounds stood on their own, and intelligent life in the universe was like, I gotta find out what that is.
Yeah.
This sounds
you-
cute. I
you're-
want to know.
so
You're
want-
hoping they come.
You're trying to attract them.
I'd like to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and we're so down for that too.
As long as they come in peace, I'm good with them.
Well, here's what I'm assuming, and this is a big assumption on my part.
Yeah.
But if they're hearing the record and they're hearing, Johnny Be Good and all that
yeah.
shit, that they're like, that makes them curious rather than angry.
Yeah.
Sure.
and that they would like to come say hello.
I mean, my hope is that everything that we're sending, they're like, okay, they super aren't a threat. Like, they seem to just be kind of hanging out. And they aren't that smart. I think aliens will be smarter than us.
yeah.
I would hope so.
There is a chance that ultimately they're not. But I
They
think
could be
will
about the same.
That's the worst.
That would be
They're
the
exactly
worst.
the same.
We're like, you don't have anything to teach
So
us or
disappointing.
show us or anything.
Yeah, because like, what do they master other than space travel, which we've done?
Right.
Yeah.
They went farther than we have.
Like maybe like
That's
10
it.
But they
years
might
more
just be
advanced.
older. Yeah. They might just be older.
PU.
But as long as I think, yes, if they get the records, if the records are what bring them down, I think they're going to be like, these people are not threats. They are just sort of, honestly, pretty into themselves.
Totally.
They're not here to fight me.
Speaking of fighting, Anya is throwing punches at me for us to take a break. Anya's like getting ready to box, so I feel like we should maybe take a little break.
And we're back. EJ's really excited because he just threw to break. So we were celebrating.
Yeah, celebrating a little too hard.
I'm touching.
I'm touching.
It really
Don't
is crazy.
touch.
Actually, let's ask not what's next on your records, but rather what's definitely not on your records.
Yeah.
What is something that you would want to delete from the records altogether?
The sound of a heavy ceramic mug falling from cabinet height onto a kitchen floor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And
It's so jarring.
yeah.
Even if you see it happening,
Yeah.
like if you were the one that
Yeah.
knocked the mug
Yeah.
and it falls, like the sound is still, it's so, that half a moment of anticipation when you see it fall and you know there's nothing you can do and you're like, it's going to make that sound. It's going to shatter into a million pieces.
And it's going to be loud.
Yeah, it's going to be loud and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Loud and dangerous. You're going to be responsible for the pieces for
Yeah.
who knows how long.
it might be somebody's favorite mug.
Probably is if it's a heavy
especially,
ceramic one. To
heavy
be honest.
ceramic, it's usually, there's sentiment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there's sentiment there.
Yeah.
It's not.
You think?
It's not a mug from Crate and Barrel. I'm not talking about a mug from Crate and Barrel.
No.
That's there just to look nice. I'm talking about a mug that was given as a gift.
Yeah.
Like a mug that's like made several moves with
Yes,
a person.
exactly.
You know, like you're
Exactly.
like we have to keep that mug.
Oh, especially,
They've wrapped that mug in bubble wrap before, and you broke it.
God.
especially a mug that has survived for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it's you that breaks it?
You might as well just move out.
You might not even live there. That's the worst part. You could be a guest in the
Oh
house.
God. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
You could
Have
be
you
a
ever had
guest.
somebody, have you ever broken something like that or in a similar situation with somebody and they bring it up a lot as a joke,
Yes.
but you can tell it's not
Yeah,
a
it's
joke?
like you would have
Yes.
forgotten about this if it was a joke.
Yeah.
I
They
was
keep reminding you.
I was subletting an apartment in New York and I actually didn't really know the other person that was living there. And I broke a
We
wine.
might turn on you. Just be ready for that.
I don't know her. I haven't spoken in years because of this. No, because of other stuff. I broke her holiday themed wine glass. Now,
Of which there was one.
of which there was one. But listen, this was the tackiest thing I'd ever seen in my life, and that's not my place
you
to
broke it
say.
on purpose.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
I did
like.
not bring it on purpose. I
It's
broke it on
like,
total
first of all,
accident.
it was tacky. Second of all, I hated it.
But to me-
and third of all, it was really easy to knock it off the shelf.
But to me, it looked like the kind of thing that you'd be like, I guess I'll keep this around because it is a wine glass functionally, but it's horrible to look at. Like it was like a wine glass, but it had like a little like painted Santa on the side,
Jay
being
was
like,
like, I'm doing them a favor.
yeah.
Did you ever see it in use or it was just sitting there? So
It was
you have
just
no
sitting there.
idea.
It was sitting
Because you
there.
were subletting, so you didn't know.
I didn't know the relationships. Like there was like a lot
Is this brought out at Christmas time and like
Right.
now it's time to have
is this the
I
ceremonious?
declare Christmas open.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know what this. I was like, it's probably a toy, basically, or something they hope, will be gone soon.
Yeah.
It's something they acquired from a will.
Yeah, something that they felt
will.
obligated to keep around. I don't know. Look, I wasn't thinking about any of that. Honestly, I was drunk when I broke it. But
These I leave.
My ugliest wine glass for my ugliest granddaughter.
I hope you'll find a man someday.
I give my pretty things to my pretty granddaughter, and my ugly things to you, Susan. My ugly granddaughter.
And be sure to, and when you print it up, underline ugly.
Yeah.
So when she reads it.
Oh, Susan.
Susan's disgusting.
God, yeah.
She is ugly, though.
No, I mean, that's the thing.
Objectively.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, subjectively ugly.
Yeah.
Like if you did one of those filters that shows you like the symmetry, it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And it's like she knows that. Like, she's talked about that, too.
But so she's really upset about the mug, the
Oh,
glass.
so yeah. So I was expecting it to be honestly the kind of thing where she's like, oh, it's fine. It's a wine glass, whatever. Like, maybe, like, oh, could you get another wine glass? But she was like, I texted her about it because she wasn't even in the apartment. She was like, oh, that wine glass meant a lot to me. Could you find this was July. It was July. Could you find another Christmas themed wine glass, please?
Not even an identical one?
No, just like another similar one.
I have
Come
questions.
on.
I have questions. I have questions. I have questions. I have questions. I have questions.
I was 19, so I was like, yeah, totally. I'm so sorry. And I went everywhere in New York City trying to find a Santa
Did you try
themed.
the internet? Not to be.
You know? No.
It feels like you could get a Christmas themed anything any time of the year nowadays.
Look, to be honest with you, it didn't occur to me once.
Did you go to that?
Until this
Didn't
moment.
occur to me once.
I panicked. I went to
If
like.
someone said, this is the big difference between me and EJ. If someone
What
said
year was this?
I was 19, so what year is it now?
2022,
This was 2017.
you would go to the. If someone had in 2017 said, Shelby, I need you to. That meant a lot to me. Can
Yeah.
you find a similar one?
Yeah.
The first thing I do is Google tacky Christmas wine glass search.
Right.
And then Google spits out. I don't even go to the shopping tab, and already it spits
No.
out 7 shopping options at the top.
I would do image first.
Yeah.
And see if any looked exactly like this
Yes. Then you scroll down and you see, now, great, that's perfect. Do they make that set for sale
But
still?
instead, you went
Yeah.
to that Christmas bar and you tried to do an Ocean's 11 style
I went.
heist of a single glass.
That would have been even smarter than what I did.
What
I
did
went to
you
the
do?
Italian market. Is that what? No, that's Philly. Isn't there something in New York that's like an Italian?
Little Italy?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I am right now.
They're like, I went to, God, it's not big Italy, that's the country.
How many Italys are there? There's regular.
There's Persian Italy, there's Gherkin Italy.
There's teeny tiny Italy, of course.
Oh, watch
That's what I
out.
call
might
my
be in
house.
the room
Just
with
kidding.
us.
I'm
Don't
not
step on it.
Italian.
So you went to Little Italy and you're like, hey, Catholics.
You said, anyone heard of Christmas in July? I need a glass and I need it now.
Honestly, basically. I went up to like a shop owner and was like, hey, here's what I'm looking for. And he was like, why?
King, I love him already.
Yeah.
This is a man who knows what he sells.
Yeah, but I just searched around. I found something that was like, I think the closest thing I found was not Christmas themed. I think it was like maybe had stars on it. She wasn't happy. To say the least, she wasn't happy.
I mean, stars figure prominently in the story of Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
And Hanukkah, honestly, it's light. Festival of, even.
Oh.
So I think deleting the sound of something shattering, especially something
Sentimental.
heavy.
Yeah.
I was an art major in college, brag, and I did a lot of pottery, and even just the sound of like, I guess maybe mine's a little bit more emotional because people like made it, but the sound of something falling off a shelf in that studio haunts me to this day.
Sure.
Because it was
Concrete
like,
floor?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you got to be able to mop that boy
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And it was just like, no. No. Especially if it was like they had done first firing and they were going to glaze it and it dropped at some point in that. It was just like.
That's really.
That's way too late.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too early. It's like, that's a waste of time.
Yeah. And you did all
You
the
didn't even
letting
get
it
to-
dry,
Yes.
all of that, and you never got to put water in it.
Yeah.
Because it would have it would have crumbled.
Crumbled.
It would have become clay again.
The worst fate for a mug that I can think of. to make it out of clay into something that's useful, and then to be turned back to clay.
Imagine how the clay feels.
But you know,
Right.
remember, man, that thou art dust, and to dust thy shall return.
To be the clay, to be like, for a moment, I was almost mug.
Yeah, almost. I was almost a mug.
Now I'm back to being mud.
Wait.
Turn that G upside down.
Should be a children's book.
It works.
That's
If
beautiful.
you take the word mug and turn the G upside down, what do you get? Mud.
It works. Visualize it in your head. Listeners, if you're in your car, pull over.
It's a real driving
You
moment.
should visualize
Absolutely.
something. The word mug. Now imagine you're one of those people who draws a G with not a big tail. Now flip it upside down.
Imagine
Mud.
your D is, your G, rather, is, it's round on one side and then a straight line on the other side.
Like a Q.
No one
almost.
draws it like
no
that.
tail.
But if you do a short little tail.
Short. How do you know no one draws it like that?
I feel like sometimes I do if I'm going quick.
I like to do a big loop-de-loop.
I'm like, what are you doing? I might,
What do you do? No, I don't buy that.
I will show you some of my handwriting.
Okay. I would like to see
Where
some
you were writing,
samples.
what are you doing to someone?
What are you doing?
Wait, the other day I was on something and someone mentioned Ramona from Real Housewives of New York.
Not Ramona Quimby.
Not
That's
Ramona
also what
Quimby.
I was thinking.
The only other Ramona I know.
No, Ramona from Real Housewives. And I had found a calligraphy pen in my desk drawer that I had been playing around with. And then I found myself just writing Ramona over and over and over again
Beautiful.
on a piece of paper. And then I
Beautiful.
was in a meeting with a girl named Ramona.
Oh.
No.
And I was like, if she sees this piece of paper, I'm going to be arrested. I'm the craziest person in the world.
Ramona.
It's literally
Wait,
like
you
that.
were doing this at the meeting?
I was doing it before, and then it was in another meeting later with Ramona, and I was just
And
still
you still
had it
had
out.
this. Okay.
And I was just like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
feel crazy.
Was it on a pad?
No, it was actually on a piece of mail that was wrongfully delivered to my home. Come arrest me if you dare.
Seriously.
I didn't open it. I just drew on the
Imagine if that got to its rightful owner. And then they turn it over like,
Ramona.
what does this mean?
I literally think if anyone ever found that
Am I being
envelope,
targeted for something?
Ramona.
I would go to jail.
Yeah.
It is the
There would be
scariest piece of paper
investigations
I've
done.
ever seen, and I did it.
People would be Googling like Ramona, terrorist organization.
Ramona, attacks on Ramona.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
what is
what
next
else?
on the record?
What else do the aliens need to see?
This is what I like a lot is a beach towel being put out for the first time. Like snap it out for the first time. Not after it's all covered with sand.
Oh,
Not-
That's
Not when you're trying to get the
miserable.
sand off.
No, that's miserable. That's miserable.
that's nightmare stuff.
But when you finally get there, look, I love the beach.
Hard to get
Is
there.
there a bigger pain in the ass than
No,
going to the beach?
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
And you're never able to there is never, unless you're really wealthy and you live there,
Right.
Yeah.
there is never an easy way to park and just get straight to the water.
No. It's
You're walking with 6 chairs,
Yeah.
2 coolers.
Oh my God.
God
Carrying
forbid
a
if you
cooler.
What was the last one?
God forbid if you surf.
God forbid if you surf, yes.
Because I do sometimes, and it's really hard to carry a board if you're not good.
Yeah.
I'm not good, so I have to have a long foam board.
Oh.
Those are really long and they're heavy.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, it felt cool that you said it that way.
I just wanted to apologize.
Can you get up?
Yeah, I can get up
Okay, that is cool.
on a long board. If you give me a short board,
Right.
no, I
See,
super
I don't
cannot.
even know what these things mean.
Yeah,
That's
a
how-
long board's
You don't know
easier to
what long
balance.
and short mean? EJ.
I'm learning.
Context clues aren't
Now,
helping you.
this is different than the elephant seal thing. I had never seen an
It's
elephant
not
seal.
like you said longboard and blue board.
And
Right.
even then, you
Short.
should be able to tell the
Because
difference.
who knows what a blue board is? And how would you figure it out?
No, a long board is longer, so it's easier to balance. A short board is shorter, so you turn a lot easier. So if you're not that good, you lose control very quickly.
Totally.
Right.
So, but you can stand up.
Yes.
I can't. It's impossible to me.
I've never even
I've never
tried.
tried it. I've never tried it. I have a lot of friends who surf, and it always just seems to me to be absolutely impossible.
Yeah, that's okay.
I've seen it done. I guess it's possible.
Me and my girlfriend went. She had never gone, and we were in Central Coast, like a Morton. No, not. Where was I? Where? What's it called? Something
God,
Bay.
please don't ask me.
Big Sur.
No, I can't remember what it's called.
Half Moon Bay.
Baffin Bay.
What?
Half Moon Bay.
No, I'll figure it out. But the
Okay. God, this is so awkward. I'm sorry.
This always happens.
yeah.
Same thing with the bay or different.
It's always the Bay.
Yeah, yeah, guys. I don't always remember the names of the places I go.
I forgot that you could hear us. And now I'm mortified.
Yeah, I figured you might be. That's why I joined in. No, but wherever I was, which could be anywhere, my girlfriend had never surfed before, and I was like, oh, we should. She wanted to. I was like, we should take
We
a class.
get it. You have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Jeez, Shelby.
So me and my girlfriend went to take a class, and then when me and my girlfriend got to the beach, me and my girlfriend were surprised because me and my girlfriend get there, we're the only adults there. It's me, my girlfriend, and then like a bunch of 8-year-olds. And that sucks. It's like a bunch of instructors that are my age, and then me and my girlfriend, who are their age. My girlfriend and I are the same age as the instructors because my girlfriend and I are, again, the adults. And then a bunch of children. And it was horrible to watch them give the same amount of attention to my girlfriend as they did to an 8-year-old. For them to be like, all right, you can do it.
Oh, no.
Why was it a mixed age class?
That feels
wanna
like
take-
someone's
I want
mistake.
to take it again, and I want it to only be adults.
Yeah, that seems like two very different sorts of lessons. That
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
do.
because they're still learning. First of all, low center of gravity, it's going to be hard for them to fall once they get up.
Yeah.
First of all, they've got an advantage, so making
And
you look
second
bad.
of all, but worse, they can't swim as good. They've been doing it less long.
No. I don't.
Right.
They have survival skills,
They've
maybe.
been doing it less long. I don't think that you should be allowed to surf until you're old enough to do karaoke.
Which
Thank you for saying
famously
that.
now is much younger than it used to be.
Famously so.
So,
Yeah.
But you can't surf with your parent. If you can both get on the board and stay up.
but you have to be in a
And you can move in
kids-only
sync.
class.
Yes.
Kids only class.
Kids only
I
class.
can't believe we even have
class.
to talk about this. Like,
Because
it's
again, me and my girlfriend were
ridiculous.
there with a bunch of kids. Just me and my girlfriend with the kids.
just you and your
Were
girlfriend
any
with
of
the
the kids
kids.
dating each other?
Yeah.
A lot of them were siblings.
Oh.
But I do think there was some flirting between some of the non-siblings.
Oh.
Sure.
It was like, they're all...
I
they-
live for surf goss.
Yeah, well, they're out there
That's
on the waves.
that's why we asked you
They're
on.
waiting for
I
the
knew
perfect
you'd be
wave.
into it.
Ooh, also, there was something so embarrassing about this class because they also were like, they wanted us all to be friends. But it was like,
What?
it
No.
was again, me and my girlfriend and children.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, all right, we're all going to get on this wave together. Party wave.
No,
And so
no.
had to paddle out and get up on the board with like 7-year-olds, and then they would fall.
They're getting younger.
Well, they had siblings that were 8, and then they there was like one girl who I just kept remember like kept just eating shit. She
Yeah.
was falling left and right.
She's a
And she
child.
would come up and be like, "I feel like I was close that time," and we were like, "Sure." Like, I don't know why I don't think I should be interacting with you. It feels crazy to be making friends with you in this class.
Yeah. Do you think when it's all adults, they say party wave in a more serious tone?
Yeah, they're like, "This is gonna be a party."
We're all
wave.
going to do this
Wave.
together. It's a party wave.
They go, "When we all do this together, that's gonna be a party wave." So
So
if you guys can take this a little bit more seriously, we're gonna party on this wave. But the kids were all like, "Party wave!" And I was like, "I guess."
party wave.
And you also don't want to be the lame adult who's like, "I'll sit out on the party wave." So you have to get up on the party wave.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna not get on the party wave.
I have
It's like, what do you-
anxiety.
what do I-
can't. I'm not going to get on the party wave.
I need to go smoke a cigarette. Can't be at the party wave.
It's like, I have
Honestly,
to.
the only reason I haven't quit yet is because I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it as like an escape hatch.
It's almost like a Rich A helps me deep breathe,
Right.
really.
Yeah.
So putting out a towel on the beach.
Yeah.
You flick
You
it
want a
up.
video?
Yeah.
Do you want a video to them, or do you want to package up a towel for them to put out
give them an
themselves?
opportunity. Maybe we could ship sand up there too.
I would like to send up the sound and a towel and see if they figure it out.
Obsessed. And a camera. They have to GoPro it. just so that you can see.
I assume they would.
I mean, but they're not stupid as we were hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not
Well,
stupid.
you're hoping that they're stupid.
No,
I
we're
have a lot of hopes for them, and I'm open to a lot of possibilities. I hope that if they're mean, they're dumb. I hope that if they're
That
nice,
sounds
they're
like
smart.
a bad combo, actually.
No, if they're if they're dumb and mean, they won't have the capability to like fight us the way that they need to.
Do you remember January 6th?
We were just
they
talking
didn't
about
succeed.
this.
They didn't succeed. But they shouldn't have gotten as far as it did.
Yeah,
That was like a really cool day.
Shelby.
Kidding.
Shelby.
Everyone knows I'm kidding.
This is always.
I couldn't get there.
This has come up
in
multiple
time.
times.
I couldn't get there in time. I wanted to be there with my friends.
She's no.
I wanted to be there. All those realtors, I wanted to be there with them.
I wanted to be. I thought, like, it's history.
Yeah.
Don't you want to be a part of
I don't
history?
care what side you're on. That was history, and I want to be there.
You should want to be a part of history.
Yes.
Good or
Yeah,
bad.
any side,
Yeah.
as long as it's history.
But yeah, I couldn't make it, so that's a part of history I'm not a part of. I was on Twitter.
Yeah, and that's history right there.
Real keyboard warrior, huh?
Yeah,
I was like, no, stop.
I was like, are you guys seeing this?
My tweets on January 6th were, no, stop. Don't storm the Capitol. You're so sexy.
Yeah, you're so sexy.
Do you know what I wish I had done on January 6th while that was all happening? Was tweet about it like I was the only one seeing it and keep saying, I don't know why no one is talking about this.
Yeah. I want.
Hello?
I wish.
Like just zoom in on my TV to make it look like I'm taking a picture from there.
You're like, yikes. Bad news. You guys are going to go crazy when you find out about this.
Yeah. Here's what's happening at the Capitol.
I wish I had. I wish there was someone who had enough power that people would actually pay attention to this, but that they were like, change of plans, we're going here instead, and it did like trick a couple people. Wouldn't that be funny?
Like if it was James Woods or something.
Yeah, like he was like, wait, don't go to the Capitol. We're going to like the Pentagon instead, and like 5 people like show up there being like,
We're gonna go to the reflecting pool.
this is
and
them
go
holding up
pee-pee.
their fists.
Oh, the fist.
Stop it!
Stop.
Stop the count.
Oh, stop the count. Yeah.
Can we make that just a clip?
Just a drop.
Stop the count.
Stop the count. For real.
Seriously, it's going on way too
We've
long.
been going to for so long. Stop the count. That's me about Dracula.
Oh my word. Did you hear that?
Yeah. You guys getting this? Jeez.
I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes you guys give me too long on a mic. That's on you. You guys keep wanting to hear, and it's going to be a problem every time.
What else should we let?
Are you mad at me?
No, he's mad at me. It's different. I can tell the energy.
This one is perhaps controversial.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
To follow up me saying I was pro January 6th. I'm anti January 6th.
Okay, no one believes you.
When I was
We should skip it, like the
when I was
13th
little
floor.
and watching Sesame Street, there was I think it's fair to say, skit.
Oh yeah.
That involved 2
We prefer
aliens who were trying to figure out what things were. They'd come to Earth, and they looked very alien. They had like eyes on stalks, I think, and they had these big mouths that when they were scared, they would put their mouth over their eyes
Ooh.
to hide.
Yucky.
Rude.
They're very, when I think of them now, they're very cute looking.
Oh.
Okay.
But at the time, when I was watching it as a little kid,
Yeah.
they couldn't say anything. They didn't seem to have their own language. But they would look at things, try to figure out what they were. One of them was a phone. It's like an old rotary phone. And then they're looking at the phone and they're making like a little noise like, and then the phone rings and they lose their fucking mind. and they're freaked out, and they're like running around, and they're hiding their faces and everything.
In their mouth.
And then in their mouth. And then one of them says book. And then they both start saying book, 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 book. And they get out a book, which is the sort of glossary of earth things. And so they discover that it's called a phone. And they start saying phone, phone. And that's all I remember.
Okay.
They're very scary to me. But when I think of them now, I think they're very precious. And I would like to see them in person.
Okay.
I think it's only fair to include some depiction, our perception of alien life.
Mm-hmm.
And you want it to be one of the flattering ones.
Yeah, I want it to be one that, you know, it's sort of like, can you believe that little kids were scared of this?
Yeah.
Well, because we've talked before about, what was it, Attack of the Martians? Or like Alien, where it's like
Attack of the Martians.
Mars Attacks.
Every time.
I can't believe I couldn't make that leap.
I was
Attack of the Martians.
Well, Paul, what you need to know is
What could
I've
Shelby
made
be
that
talking
mistake
about?
before with
No.
the exact same thing,
No.
and they also reacted that way.
It's
So it isn't you,
several
and
times.
it is me.
The
And
Chris Pratt gif.
I just don't know why that keeps happening to me.
I just
It's happening to me.
Parent Trap, you have shot by shot, but that we can't get. I love that.
Just that title.
I just want to say I was with you like the whole time. Like I was like there. So
Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks, okay.
And Alien, both ugly depictions of aliens.
Yes. Scary. Those guys.
Those
look
were
at
the
them.
okay, so we've pulled up
Oh, so they are cute.
Right?
They're really cute.
They're cute.
I wish I had
Look
one.
like that? Oh. They are cute. I wish I looked like that.
Wait a minute. I really wish I looked like that. Okay.
Fuck.
I have a lot of thinking to do.
I think we all do.
I think it's important that we show them good ways that we see them and not
Yeah.
the bad ways that we
Yes.
see them.
Like an E.T.
Yeah, like I don't want to see.
E.T. is good, you would say.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so too,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Just
then,
checking.
like Alien, Sigourney
although-
Weaver. Sigourney Weaver, Alien?
No, she's not the alien.
No, but she's in Alien.
And
Yes,
Alien.
aliens are attacking her.
We should definitely show them
that
Sigourney
Alien,
Weaver.
Let's not let them see it.
But if we send that up and we're like, you guys are going to do this, right?
With a little sub.
You're not like,
a little sub
yeah.
note that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like a side by side of all the ways that we've depicted aliens,
Yes.
and one side is good and one side is bad.
Yeah.
We're like E.T. family, good.
Although in movie E.T., human beings don't treat E.T. that well except for one kid.
Right. So actually, we don't want them to watch the movie E.T.
Just the end. The
Just
very
the end.
Yes.
Just the end.
Or just the scenes with the boy, like
I'll
just.
be right here. We want them to see that, of course.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
Have you seen the video of, I can't remember his name, the actor who plays the boy in
Henry
E.T.
Thomas, The Audition?
The Audition is
Yes.
one of the best performances I've ever seen by a human person, and
Yeah.
he's like 6.
I know it's
And
amazing.
he gets it. He gets the job in the room.
How could they not?
Does that
I
still
mean,
happen?
that kid,
No.
and I
I didn't
think,
think so either.
the only way it could is if they gave that exact. I've watched that like 18 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's
been like,
mesmerizing.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Talented.
He's still at it, Henry Thomas. He's in
Well,
all of Mike Flanagan
he's
projects.
in Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House. He's in The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Bly
He's
Manor.
in Midnight Mass. He's in the next one coming up, House of Usher.
He started doing spooky stuff.
Yeah.
Sinister.
My guy started being spooky.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
Dr.
whoa.
Sleep, he plays sort of the Jack Nicholson character from The Shining. And that does a pretty good job.
My guy's got spooky.
My guy's got spooky.
My guy. My guy.
Well, it's like he was like, you know what? I think he's so talented. I'm his biggest fan. I think he's so talented that he was like, I don't want to play just a normal guy. I have to play a spooky guy now. Because that's a
Yeah.
little harder.
Yeah.
You think
Harder to be
spooky guy?
spooky.
Yeah, spooky guy
Sometimes
seems
play
hard.
a normal guy in spooky times.
Yeah. Hard.
Oh, normal guy in spooky
There's a
times.
lot of emotion in being like spooked out.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Fear. One of
Fear,
them.
stress,
Stress.
anxiety,
Surprise.
sometimes remorse.
People don't talk enough about how stressful hauntings are.
Oh my God.
Stressful.
It's like we're always like,
Yes.
oh my God, run. Like, why aren't you running? And it's like, they're stressed out right now.
Yeah.
Like, give them a second. Like, they're really stressed out.
Exactly.
Yeah, like can you think that fast? Like when you're stressed out?
Literally, like, there's a ghost in the house. Like, just like, give them a second.
Yeah, how about a car almost hit you and stopped like 2 inches away from you?
Yeah.
And then somebody comes up to you and says, have you done your taxes yet or whatever?
Right.
Like, give them a chance.
Like, it's like, they're like animals that are like behaving really weird right now. And so it's like, you just have to kind of like take that in and like think, like, what does that mean? Is that me? Am I the noise? Like, am I?
Yeah, you have to take in the environment.
And then you want them to just like go about their, like, go to their job.
Right.
And it's like, you forgot to put the stuff up, the report on my desk. It's like, yeah.
A million years ago when they used to bury people with like a little bell or whatever in case they got buried alive. And then imagine if you were like ringing the bell and you're like, get me out of here. And then they get you out of here. And somebody says something stupid like, oh, we thought you were dead. Like,
For a minute, I also thought I was dead. Like, I was like, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to get out of here. Like,
Have you ever been in a coffin?
Like, it's just like, it's like
pitch
people are
black.
Just like people are just like expecting people who are like in really like, if you're being haunted, like, just give yourself a second to breathe. Like, honestly,
Take care of yourself. Like
take care of you. Prioritize your own mental health.
Need it.
it's like the mask in the airplane when there's a baby.
Help yourself.
And you're the person and you have to.
The baby's
first
gonna
you
be
do it,
fine.
then you do the baby.
The baby's gonna be totally fine.
And so when you're being haunted, first you say, but because if you're haunted with somebody else,
I can see it's getting to
first
him even
you
now.
say, okay, I'm being haunted. Is it ghost?
Yeah.
And then
How I
go
feel
be a
about that?
parent.
Yeah.
Yes. and
You're a
then be
person
parent.
first.
When you become a parent, you do not lose your humanity.
No,
You guys.
no.
No.
That's why when we had our kids, we have 5 kids, and I spent a lot of time in the car in the driveway, just sitting out there. I'm gonna say 9 hours a day.
Crying and stuff.
Good.
Like sitting out there and like crying
and like that's
stuff.
good.
Sometimes crying, sometimes laughing.
Oh,
Really loud.
you have to remember to
Yeah,
laugh.
sometimes you can't help it.
Right.
Sometimes I start
And
and I can't stop.
sometimes like in the worst moments, like that's when you laugh the hardest.
Oh yeah.
because it's like the juxtaposition.
Church
like,
giggles.
It's like, oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so scared.
Did somebody say church
Gotta
giggles
laugh.
yet? I wanted to say it. Church giggles.
It's
Church
kind of like
giggles.
church giggles.
Church giggles.
Like church giggles.
Oh, you know what? Put that on the record. Church giggles.
Church giggles on the record.
Church
Done.
giggles should be on the record. Yeah.
A video of a mass and just like 3 kids in one row, just be like,
Church was so funny.
it's like
was so funny.
It's seeming like, and God is inside of you, and they're like inside of you.
Oh shit.
Kids are awesome.
They're
Oh
great.
my god.
They're great.
Love
They're
them.
nuts.
So we're putting Sesame Street aliens on there
Yes.
to give them just like an idea of like, hey, sometimes this is what we think you look
Are
like.
you guys like this?
And if you're not, no worries. Like,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
pressure to look like this. And if you can shapeshift, you can come down like them, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. Like, let's look like those guys.
Like they seem to like
on,
them.
we set
be
them
funny.
up. Like, they were like, this is what we think maybe.
Like of all the alien depictions that we've seen, because I think if they looked like E.T., it would be like, that's almost disappointing
yeah.
that it was that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they look like alien, it's terrifying.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
if they just look like regular humanoids, it would be like, But if they look like the aliens from Sesame Street, I think that would be pretty good.
I would
Pretty
love that.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch
I'm
of
good with that.
those guys file off a spaceship. Hello.
And they all are just going, buck, 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 buck.
I'd bring him a book.
I mean,
Which
it would
book? What book are you bringing?
Well, phone book.
be duh.
And I'd
First,
be like, get it?
do you get it? They're like, not quite.
No, we saw the skit. It didn't help us know what a phone is.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you want me to make a phone call?
Yeah. They're
They
like, you
start
need us to
talking
call
normal.
someone for you?
What if they called everyone in the phone book?
And they were just like, we're here, checking in.
Yellow.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
There's no cell phone numbers in the phone book, right?
Do phone books even exist
Yes, they
anymore?
exist.
Yeah, they do.
It's mostly businesses now, I
Yeah.
feel like. Yeah. But it would be so funny if they called and it was like a phone banking situation. They were all having to call. But there was like a couple of them who had like really long call. Like they were just like, God, yeah, no, the journey here was crazy. And they were like, what have you been up to? And they're like, what are you talking about? They're like, so we're just sort of looking for stuff to do now.
Imagine if you were an alien, you come to a planet and you're announcing like we're superior intelligence, we're here, and then the person on the line is really chatty and they want to start complaining about their neighbors or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, when do you hang up?
Right.
How do you get off that call?
They're like, we're smart. That does sound frustrating. We got here. No, I get that. I mean, if I had... We are here. We alien life are here.
Yeah.
Like,
You've granted the premise. Like you accepted what I told you, but now you're just talking.
Yeah.
There's
It's always
something...
about them. It's always about them.
I'm going to go... Like,
How do you get off gracefully?
This is a question I ask myself all the time.
I have a lot of calls to make.
Yeah. I have a lot of calls to
I have a
make.
lot of calls to make. As you can imagine, I have a lot of calls to make.
As you can imagine, it's been a while since I've been down here. First time ever, actually.
Yeah.
So
Pat,
I got to
the
make a
day's
couple
packed.
more calls, but
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
that we get to connect while I'm in town.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would want to meet every single person on Earth?
I hope not. There's so many duds.
Yeah. And they also...
What if they gave us a definitive ranking?
I feel like we're being gossiped
What the fuck
about.
is going on over there?
I just feel like...
We're all looking
Just
over
so
there.
you know, it's impossible not to look over
Yes.
there when you start making a lot of movement
Like
and
Casey was
laugh.
Exactly.
crying.
What's going on?
They go, just let them talk through it.
I heard the phrase "don't tell them."
Yeah. I know that it's about the time because they
heard-
grabbed the
They grabbed the clock. They looked at it together.
Yeah, they
and then put it back
gestured
on the
at
table.
it frantically.
Can you
If you guys ever want these episodes to be shorter, just know that Anya and Casey are on your side. They really want them to be just a little bit shorter.
I don't know if that's what Casey wanted.
It is.
Oh, wow, this is not how I wanted this to go.
No, Paul, what is left on your records?
Yeah, what didn't we get to?
Nothing.
Really?
That was it.
Okay, perfect record alert.
Did you take something off the records because you were nervous about the time?
Maybe I was reading the room a little bit.
No, what's
No,
left?
No, I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything.
Okay,
No, what's left?
please. As the gas leak gets
The
us.
tritone cell phone ring from the iPhone?
Which was that?
I don't remember. I just remember looking at the list. I always go for the same one, old phone. Do you ever have your ringer on, ever?
No.
Me? Yes, I do.
I
do.
A lot of people hate it.
Not
yeah.
to bring her back up, but my girlfriend
Oh my God.
does.
Lindsay.
She does not like the She doesn't let her phone vibrate, so it's either always on silent or loud. I think that is unhinged.
Why doesn't she
It
like to
is.
vibrate?
That's a very specific thing.
It sucks because then if I call her and her phone is... First of all, if she loses her phone in her house, there is no hope because she almost always has it on mute and no vibrate.
Why no vibrate?
She just doesn't like it.
Doesn't like it.
It's
I think
crazy.
it's one of life's great pleasures.
Me too.
too.
If I could, I want it to vibrate more. I think it's amazing.
I wish it was constantly vibrating. I wish it wouldn't stay on the table.
DM me. I want my phone to vibrate. Yeah, she has it always on loud or on mute.
All right.
Okay.
Is that
She
crazy?
needs to turn on the light.
No.
Oh.
No.
Bridge too far.
That's where I draw the line. This is getting ridiculous. My dad has the light.
Oh, we get it. You have a dad.
Yeah, I have a dad, and he's got a phone. Unfortunately, God, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, that was super embarrassing.
This is so.
Does he have the light
embarrassing.
on his ring?
He's got the light on his ring. His phone looks like it is putting on a show anytime he gets any kind of
Okay,
notification.
that's exciting.
I want to
You're
call
being
him
really
right
critical
now.
of something I feel like is kind of magical.
Sounds kind of good.
But it's like he never knows how to turn it off. He's like, "What's going on?" Like every time. Like
that I love.
So he's I don't think he listens, but Dad, if you're listening, I love you. He's 72. So technology, it's not the easiest. For
Yet
him.
he figured out how to turn on the light.
He can't turn it off.
He doesn't need to.
No, he needs to keep that on, actually.
As his eyesight goes, it's important to keep the light on.
His eyesight's fine.
So far.
So it's not about his hearing going, it's about his eyesight going.
Yeah.
That's why he needs the light.
Yeah, he needs the light.
That light is there for blind people.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, that's actually crazy though, Shelby, because he is really deaf, and that's the first time I've thought about that. That's why he has the light
it's an
on.
accessibility choice.
It's literally an accessibility choice. Dad,
EJ's like, the light is
Jeez.
so fucking annoying. EJ's dad's like, I literally cannot hear the ring. He's like, it's the only thing that allows me to know the
Dad, I'm
light's
sorry.
off.
I don't want to say I'm sorry to everybody.
No worries.
What if your phone sent out a little smell? If you couldn't hear it ring.
What smell would get your attention?
Fresh popcorn.
That's for a text. That's not for a phone call.
Yeah, that's
No, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
a phone call.
Cookies for a phone call.
Cookies for a phone call.
Yeah.
Or a full Thanksgiving dinner.
Whoa. Yeah. That's what you set for like your uncle that you don't love, you know? It's like, oh, that's gonna that makes me think of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's like a production. Like
That's like a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, family, him. I get it.
yeah. Could you make that leap?
Well, listen, Paul, you had an absolutely flawless record. They're going to love Tortoises. They're going to love
so.
Towels. And they're never going to have to hear a mug break. And for that, we have to celebrate you. Is there anything you want to plug before we head off?
Hopefully it's sold out, but maybe it's not. But Saturday, October 15th at the Elysian Theater, I'm doing a show called Varietopia, which is a country version of my variety show, Varietopia. 2 shows, I want to say 7:30 and 10, something like that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
But at the Elysian Theater, my first time doing a show there, or putting on my own show there, and I'm very excited. I can't wait.
That
Wait,
sounds
we'll go.
absolutely epic. Yeah.
We'll go.
We'll be there. We'll be front
so,
row.
hey,
Front row?
Yeah.
if they let us, I mean.
Sometimes they
I'll
actually
take some seats off.
If they let, I mean.
EJ and Shelby.
Oh, it's going to be like waiting for Guthman. Like, are they here yet? They said they were going to be the front row.
Well, Paul, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Perfect record. We'll see you at your show at the Elysian Theater, 7:30 and 10.
October 15th, 2022.
Yes, 2022.
A
It's
lot
this
of people
year.
don't specify that.
It's
I
this
just
year.
want to say a
I
lot
will be
of
doing
people-
shows next year, I assume. But so far, all the shows I'm announcing are for this year.
Okay.
So get your tickets and get on down to the Elysian, y'all. If you're out of town, you got a couple weeks to fly here.
That's right. So ask your boss for some time off work.
Maybe you
let
work
your loved
remote.
ones know.
That would be really ideal for what I'm asking you to do.
Perfect. And scene.
And
That was a Headgum original.